Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep. And there it is. And there it is. This is the last look at it. Oh man. Oh man. I can't get over that. Okie dokie. So let's give it a try here. Let's see what happens. I've set up the AI in a specific way to make this race much better than what it could be. And by doing that, or the way I did that, is that if you take the iRacing AI and you make the skill spread very significant on an oval for Indy cars, it allows a lot of cars to be slower and a lot of cars to be faster. And so what this prevents is it prevents a pack race. If you watch IndyCar, you'll know on ovals they don't pack race because there's a lot of difference between the setups that teams run, and some teams are better than others regarding that. And so some cars are much slower or much faster than others compared. So I've tried to replicate the same thing here by doing that with the AI. And so we have some cars that are very, very slow and some cars that are very, very fast. But this is Daytona, so it's a slipstream fest, so the cars are still going to be close either way. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if they crash or not. It should be a lot of fun. I've done a couple test runs, and it has worked very well so far, so I'm excited. And so let's see what IndyCar would be like at Daytona. And hopefully we make it out alive. I'm starting at the very, very back, 24th to be exact, out of 28 cars. So this should be a lot of fun. Here we go for the green. And there we go. We're away. Alright, I want to get to this bottom line as soon as I can. See if we can make our way around this field. If these are low-rated drivers, I do not want to get stuck behind them, so I'm going to kind of just make my way up the field as fast as I can. So far, so good. We'll go outside here. We got Stingray Rob up ahead of us, and Benjamin Peterson. Looks like we've already gotten around these guys, which is good, so we're about halfway up the field already. Alright, and so if you set the AI too close to each other, this is what happens. They end up in something like this, but since they're low rated, at least some of them are, it's a huge difference. Some of them are at 110% and some of them are at 15%, so it's a very big difference. What happens is that the field gets spread out, and sometimes they make errors. And so this is risky what I'm doing here, so I'm going to back out of that. I want to be able to make my way to the front, though. Hopefully we can get that done. Doesn't look like this is going to be the lane to do that, though, so I'd like to maybe drop down to the middle. Filing behind here. Ideally, I'd like to get to the inside of one of these cars here, but that's not quite going to happen. See if we can spot our way to maybe spread this field apart. Maybe right here is looking a little good. Oh man, that was risky. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Almost took out whoever that was to the right of me. One of the McLarens. Oh, big checkup from the bottom line there. You see, that's where I want to be. And that's what happens with these low-rated AI, which is what makes it very good. But yeah, you can see why this wouldn't take place in real life, because if one of us makes a mistake, we're all practically getting taken out for good. So, okay, just make our way. Oh, I see a hole that opened up right here. Yep, I'm taking it. That was oh man, I would be the biggest villain in the IndyCar paddock if I did that shit in real life. They would hate me if I did that, because that is one of the most risky things you could possibly do. And here we are, pack racing at Indy cars. This is something else. Okay, so I don't know where we're sitting right now. We're probably in about 10th position. But you can still win from here at Daytona. You can win from anywhere at Daytona, because all it takes is one mistake from somebody, and before you know it, you find yourself in the lead. Okay, I'm not going to quite look inside there. That's a little too dangerous for me. We're about a third of the way through the race now. We're just 15 laps for today. Of course, if this were, say, run in an iRacing lobby and run with people, you'd probably have about 100 laps, I would think, 75 to 100 laps. And what would make this much better is that real people aren't so perfect, and a long race has pit stops. And so between cautions, pit stops, crashes, it would honestly make the race a lot more interesting. So maybe this is something that could... obviously, iRacing doesn't have the rights to the Indy 500 anymore, so maybe this is something that could replace that. I think it could be really cool to try out, at least. Because I think the field would be a lot more spread out if real people were racing in it. So, yeah, this is something very interesting so far. It's working really, really well. You can see that... Oh, Colton Herta just had a collision back there. I don't know if you guys saw that. So, yeah, I do expect a crash. Oh, man. Okay, that was not intentional. That was Grosjean that just ran into me there. Okay, that was a little scary. I thought that was going to be the end of my race. Hopefully I don't get caught in a crash, because I was going to say I have a feeling there is going to be a crash for sure. There has been a crash just about every single time I've tried this, so I would say it's definitely going to happen again. I just don't know who is going to be the culprit, and I hope it's not me. But I'm just chilling in this middle lane here because I feel like this is kind of the safest spot for me to be. Grosjean, you got to watch where you're going. I know I'm wearing your shirt, but please, stay away from me. He is causing some problems. Oh, Colton Herta. Yep, and there it goes. And oh my goodness. Oh, good heavens. That was a massive, massive accident behind us. I don't know how many cars that took out, but it took out a lot of them. Basically, everybody that was behind us is no longer in this race. Or is potentially no longer with us either. Because that was gigantic. And hopefully they're not laying in the track here. I think they're all gone by now, but... Oh, man, that was something else. So, I guess now it's just time for us to try and win this thing. We got 10 to go. He's pitting in this lap. I don't think it's the person behind me. Here we go. I think this is our chance. Yep, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, that was so risky. That was so risky, but we had to do it. It was for this front row here, this ever so valuable front row, and we have a back marker now. I don't know who this is, but for some reason I have the standings, not the relative on. Honestly, I kind of want to change that, but I know you guys can see the relative on your screen with Race Labs. And just like that, we're into the lead. And this poor back marker is about to get swarmed, but this is really going to help me out. And it's Connor Daly. And he's going to really back up the whole field. Now this kind of opens up the whole race, because that broke apart that three-lane race that we had going on there. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let Ferrucci go by. See, I really don't want to be the leader here. I want to be behind somebody. That way I can get the draft. I couldn't quite sneak in there. You see, this is going to be the problem. Alright. Well, I know you guys can't see him to my left. I do have triple monitors, so he's sitting off to the left there, but I'm going to basically stay in this middle lane here as we come to 2 to go now. I would love to be behind somebody, but it isn't quite the case. This time by, it's going to be the white flag. So it's looking good. Grosjean is going to go to the outside. I'm 3 wide right now. Oh, boy. Okay, Grosjean to the outside. I'm right in the middle. This is for all the marbles. Coming off of 3 and 4 is what I'm going to try and make my move here. So I'm going to time this right. I'm going to... Oh, we got back markers into the equation. That changes everything, because I think we're going to catch them by the time we get there. Okay. Alright. See if we can time this right. Slow down now so that we get the big launch. Here we go. It's close. It's close. It's close. I think we got it. Oh, and I crashed him. Okay. Okay. Alright, and there was a massive accident after. Oh, he's going for a wild ride. He is going for a wild ride. Okay. Alrighty. I have found our incident. Let's analyze what happened here. I'm actually not sure what happened here, so let's have a look. This was Canapino. Oh, Colton Herta seemed to be the one that caused it. Oh my goodness. That was a massive shunt. Oh man. Over the place. And that's what caused it. And he landed on someone there. I don't know if you guys saw that. He lands on Malukas, I think. Oh, just barely. Just barely missed it. All right, so this is the finish here. This is off of 3 and 4 now. And we're on board with Ferrucci. Actually, very cool race. Very interesting. It came right down to the wire, and we just had the run right at the end. And just tried to get that side draft and got a little too close. And that caused him to go flying over us. And he had a wild ride at the end of that, as well as us, but it doesn't matter because we won. But yeah, that is going to be it for our little I don't even know what this was, our little Daytona 500 race. So yeah, that is going to be it for our Daytona 500 race that we experimented with. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a great time doing this. I think it actually worked really well, which I wasn't expecting it to work that well, but yeah, to be honest, that was a really, really good turnout. We ended up winning the race. There was a couple crashes in there. And yeah, so honestly, I would say it was a success, but we can see exactly why this would never take place in real life. But it's still fun nonetheless. I think iRacing honestly should add it to the rotation because I think it would be a hilarious weekend race. But at the same time, it would be detrimental to the safety rating if this was a real race. So yeah, I still think they should do it though. I think it would be super fun. But yeah, that is going to be it for our mini Daytona 500 with IndyCars. And yeah, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.